Hey everybody, welcome back to Hendry Disc Golf. Today we are coming at you with part 3 of the Manufacturer Challenge. I think currently right now the standings for the Archer is me at 6.5 points, Jesse at 6 points, Franklin at 5.5 points, and Jason with 2 points. For the manufacturers, I know MVP's leading and then everybody else from there. So we'll go with that. Let's have a good time. All right, so we have Jason throwing the D1 today. Threw it a little low, kind of straight into the ground. Franklin is throwing the Discraft Onyx on sidearm, putting it out a little bit wide, but clearing the pond by a bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Innova Monster right off the bat, try to get one of the overstable discs out of the way. Into the water. That one's gone.
Gonna throw it to 5.
Parked. All right, cool. All right, guys, here we are after mine going in the pond here. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Halo Star Aviar. Try to see if we can just go ahead and put this up by the basket. Get ourselves into putting range. That should be okay. All right, Jason's throwing the Archive. Left it out quite a bit wide. Coming back pretty nicely. Hopefully should be in putting range. All right, Franklin's still outside the circle, so he's burning a Nuke OS. Good up. All right, Jason was using the PA3 as an upshot there. I'm right here, just outside the circle. I'm going to go ahead and use the Wraith here. Again, kind of burning a disc. So here we have Jason tapping out. Good tap out. And Jesse tapping out for 2. Good 2.
Deuce. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to hole 2. We got 278 feet to the basket.
68.
Oh, 68. I can't even freaking remember numbers. I'm going to go with the Crave to the basket here.
All right, Franklin is up here. He's going with the Z Stalker. Throwing not too bad. All right, Jason is throwing the feedback. Put it out just a touch too wide. Had pretty decent distance. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Barsby Star Eagle. Try to see if we can get it down there and over by the basket. All right, so here are the results of Jason's drive. Jason's throwing the A3. Good up. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Mako 3. Just put it on a little sidearm, try to see if we can put it right by the basket. That'll do.
Here's the results of my drive. I'm going to slide arm an upshot with the wave.
It's inside the circle. Alright guys, here are the results of Franklin's throw through the Luna right by the basket. Jason tapping in for his par. Tapping in for my par. But
Hole 3, guys. We got 200 feet to the basket, par 3. Then we throw in a paradox.
sit. Alright, Franklin is throwing the Elite Z Wasp. Jason's throwing Prodigy PA2. Too low. I'm going to go with the Star AVR 3. Try to put it just a little bit of width on a little bit of hyzer. See if we can put it up there. There it is. Let's hear the results of Jason's shot. Throwing the PA3 out of putt. Just off to. Let's hear the results of Franklin's drive. Throwing the Luna just off the top of the basket. Hit again.
The results of my drive, I got about a 22-foot putt here. See if I can make it.
Good run. Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Putting today with the KC Pro AVR. Got about a 12-footer here. Hopefully we can put it in for birdie. Alright guys, welcome to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is a 235-foot par 3. Basically straight ahead. I'm going to go with the Champion Rock 3. Put it on a little bit of width. And then just have it hyzer back towards the basket.
Oh no!
I'm 2 for 2 for water.
Throwing an echo.
Jesse's throwing a Proton Echo. Franklin is throwing an ESP Buzz.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Oh,
Alright, Jason's throwing an FX2 right into the ground. Alright, here are the results of Jason's throw.
thank you.
He's throwing an F3 here.
No.
Hyzer. Kept it a little too wide. Alright guys, so here we are after my drive. I'm going to go ahead and go with the G-Star Hawkeye. Try to put it up there by the basket. Sit. Good throw. Here there's also Franklin's throw. Putting with the Luna. Just off the top again.
This was also my drive. I'm going to throw a Zervo to get it out of the bag. Let's try to give it a little bit of a run.
Get up. Here are the results of Jason's upshot. Right there by the basket. Franklin putting for par and missing. Uh-oh.
Welcome to hole 5, guys. We got 435 feet to the basket. Par 4. See how we do. Throwing a Vanish.
Alright guys, I'm going to go with a Halo Star Sidewinder. Try to put this on a hyzer and hopefully just have it pop over a little bit to the right. See how it flies. Went out, caught a tree, kicked over to the left. Alright, Franklin's throwing the ESP Undertaker. He threw it off to the right, hit the tree, and dropped down. Alright, Jason is going with the Prodigy D6. Here are the results of Jason's drive. He's throwing the F7. Turning it over, hyzer back a little bit.
Yes.
Decent throw. Alright, so here are the results of Franklin's drive. He's going with the Mantis on sidearm. Looks like he's going a little bit deep of the basket. This should be inside the circle.
This is the results of my drive. Looking at a pretty good up. I'm going to throw a bolt on a sidearm. See how it works.
Doesn't work that great when you throw it right into the tree branch. Alright guys, so here are the results of my drive. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Halo Star Savant. Try to see if we can put this on a little bit of a wide hyzer, have it come back towards the basket.
So there's also my upshot. Throwing a stabilizer.
Good up. And here are the results of Jason's upshot. He's throwing the green M4. Sit down. A little bit long. And here's the results of Franklin's throw. Get in it. Nice putt. Guys, here are the results of my upshot. Left here with about a 15-footer. Hi guys, welcome to hole number 6. Hole number 6 is a 240-foot par 3. Franklin's throwing a Z-Flex zone. Kind of held out a little bit too wide, hit the tree branch and dropped down.
Throwing an Envy.
Alright guys, I'm going with a Champion Toro. Just going to try to see if I can put it out on a little bit of width. Get it up by the basket. Alright, Jason is throwing a distortion. A little wide. Here are the results of Jason's drive. He's throwing an M4. Puts it up by the back. Looks like Jesse is throwing the Neutron Rhythm. Get up. Alright, so here are the results of my drive. Left here with a pretty sizable putt still. I'm going to go ahead and try to make this in. Alright guys, here we are on hole number 7. Hole number 7, we are throwing
Go potty.
455-foot par 4. It is down the hill and way to the right.
Not moving.
Franklin
Keep your
is
feet
throwing
back.
the Hades, hitting a tree and going
Keep
back
your feet
left.
back. Go potty.
Jesse was throwing a Neutron Zenith.
don't want to be over there.
Checks up almost just and go with the G-Star Valkyrie here. Try to put it out on some hyzer, see if we can flip it out into the open. Thank you, thank you. Jason is going with the Proto D5, throwing it out there on some hyzer. It's holding it right in the open. Nice. Here are the results of Franklin's drive. He's going with the Big Z Heat. Throws it with a bit of hyzer. Right out into the open. Good throw. I hear the results of Jason's throw. He's throwing a F5.
Now, if you need to go
Holding
pee-pee,
the
that's all
hyzer
better.
out in the open. Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. I'm going to go ahead and go with a leopard. Just try to keep it out of the water. The water around the basket is casual because it is so close to it today. Normally that water is not there, but because of the heavy rains we've had recently. So we're going to go with the leopard, see if we can put it up by the basket. Alright, good. Alright guys, here's what Franklin wants up. He is going to go ahead and throw the Luna. Did not put it on a great line. These are the results of Jason's second throw. Throwing the PA2. Left a little short. Jesse was throwing Proton Pyro. The results of Franklin's upshot. It's now putting with the Luna. Right there.
Got it?
Yep, you're good.
Results of my second upshot. Try to tap it apart here.
Alright, so I'm going to take the distance of what I believe it is from inside the water out of the water. Alright guys, welcome to hole number 8. Hole number 8 is a 245-foot par 3. Basically straight ahead. I'm going to go with my KC Pro Rock here. Just going to try to throw it down the gap. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it turned her a bit much. It's in the open. Jesse's throwing the entropy since he's not announcing what he's throwing.
I was going to say it after I threw it.
Alright, Franklin's going with the Buzz SS. Puts it out just a touch too wide, hits a tree, kicks to the center of the fairway. Alright, Jason's going with the F7. Putting it out a little bit wide, hitting the tree, kicking to the other side. Here are the results of Jason's drive using an F4, getting around the tree. Here are the results of Franklin's drive. He's going with an ESP Sting. Sit.
Hey, well, that was my last disc, so I'm throwing an MV as an upshot here.
Get up.
Where do you put it?
Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. I only have my Destroyer left, so I'm going to go ahead and use it as a putt here. Go ahead and get rid of it so I can open up my bag for the rest of the round. Start throwing a lot more of the things that I want to be throwing. Here are the results of Franklin's upshot. Just missing. putt for par. Jason just missing the putt for par as well. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 9. Hole number 9 is a 190-foot par 3, basically straight ahead, a little bit up the hill. We're going to go with the Toro. Again, my bag gets opened up so I can throw whatever I want for the rest of the round. Here we go. That's what you call parked.
Throw the entropy. A little short. That
Yep.
thing is stable.
Those things are stable. I'm the last one without my bag open, so I got this magnet.
All right, Franklin, is that your last disc?
Zeus still left.
All right, so Franklin has 2 discs left, this magnet and the Zeus, for his bag to then open up.
There it is. Nice shot.
Nice throw at the magnet, a little deep.
Oh, too wide.
All right, Jason was throwing the distortion, threw it too wide. Going to be in the mud puddle there. The results of Jason's throw, his putt. Ooh, just barely missing.
Oh, it's also my drive. Absolutely into the bush. Let's try to just toss the sidearm into the basket here.
All right, here's results of Franklin's drive. Nice easy tap in for birdie. Nice easy tap in for myself as well. Jason for par. Jesse's cleaning up his par. Moving on. All right, guys, here we are on hole number 10. Hole number 10 is a 440-foot par 4, basically straight ahead. Real quick update. Jesse is down 1, Jerry is even, Franklin is +1, and Jason is +5. I am ripping a Star Destroyer here, trying to see if we can get it most of the way up the hill.
Not as far as your. Not as far as your making.
Throwing the Defy.
Defying the odds.
The Defy is very Destroyer-esque, which is right up Jesse's alley because he throws Destroyers. All right, Franklin is on his final disc here. He's throwing an ESP Zeus. Yanked it a little.
In the mud.
That was pretty decent. All right, Jason is going with the D6 again. Putting it out, flipping it up a little bit, and just hyzering off. Not bad.
I've always
Here are the results of Jason's drive. Throwing the F7, turned it over a bit. Cleared all the dirt piles though. Alright, here are the results of Franklin's drive. He's throwing the Get Freaky zone. Good throw.
Tossing my drive. Gonna throw an Envy up to the basket. Should be good enough.
Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Going to go with the Aviar 3 on an upshot here. Just try to see if we can put it right up under the basket. That'll work. Alright, here's the results of Jason's second shot. Throwing a PX3. Lifted it out a little too wide. And the results of Jason's upshot. Right by the basket.
There's also my upshot. Looking to make a par. Or is this a par 4?
It's par 4.
I'm looking to try to make a birdie here.
Good putt. Alright guys, a little selfie cam action here. Alright guys, here we are on hole number 11. Hole number 11 is a 415-foot par 4. basically just straight ahead. Gonna go with the Star Destroyer again. Try to see if we can get it up there by the basket.
Looking great.
Throwing a vanish.
Jesse, microphone's in front of the T-pad. Right, Franklin's going through the ESP Zeus again, pulling it a little bit wide. Right, Jason's going with the D5. Good throw right in the middle. Here are the results of Jason's drive. Throwing an upshot with A3, nice and wide. Hyzering in, come on. Good throw.
A little deep. Okay, it's also my drive. Straight shot to the basket. Go throw my Envy here.
Alright guys, here are the results of my drive with the Destroyer. Looking here probably at about a 25-30 footer. Try to see if we can put this in the basket. Card an eagle.
Alright, there's also my upshot. Left myself with a little bit of a long putt, but definitely makeable. Let's go ahead and make it.
Ooh. Yuck. Ooh. Alright, Franklin, put her in the basket. Alright guys, welcome to hole 12. Hole 12 is a 150-foot par 3 straight ahead. Gonna go with the Halo Star Aviar. Try to see if we can put it up by the basket on a little flex shot. Oh, too tight. Good kick. All right, Franklin's going with the Get Freaky Zone. Sidearm, a little wide. Good tree kick to put it right by the basket. Jason's going with the PA3 here. Wide turnover. Didn't really get over, but did get back into the fairway. All right. Here are the results of Jason's throw. His run at a putt. Just a little short. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Left here with about 20-footer elevated basket. See if we can try to put it in. Short.
It's also my drive. Looking at putt. Try to make it.
Bye, Franklin.
Thank you. I made a mistake.
All right, welcome to hole 13. Hole 13 is a 220-foot par 3. Franklin was throwing the Luna there. Good throw.
Throwing
Hyzer.
the Echo. Oh, bad kick.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with the AVR 3. So just all right, Jason is throwing the M4. Oh, a little too high. Not too bad. Okay, so here are the results of Jason's throw. Using the PA3 as the putter, putting it right up by the basket.
Results of my drive. I'm going to try to toss an upshot. Give it a chance to go inside the chains.
All right, here's Jason with his tap in for par. All right, guys, welcome to hole 14. Hole 14 is a 595-foot par 4. Franklin is going with the Hades. Turn it over up to the top of the hill. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Star Destroyer again. I'm just going to try to destroy the hole. See if we can put this up on the hillside. Down at the bottom of the hill, there's a bunch of water right now, so let's try to avoid the water. And hyzer. That is just fine. The Vanish.
I'm down to...
Right, Jason is throwing the D5. Be right down on the bottom of the side hill. Good throw. All right, here are the results of Jason's drive. Going with the D5 again. Putting it on the side of the hill. Alright guys, so here are the results of Franklin's drive. He's picking up that Hades again. Giving it a toss.
That's a rip.
Sit down.
Sit.
Good throw.
Throwing a rhythm.
Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Leopard here. Let's try to put this on a little bit of width here. Hopefully have it just kind of hyzer down towards the basket.
It's a nice gripping right there.
Right, here are the results of Jason's second throw. He's going with the F5. Getting about to where everybody else is. All right, here are the results of Jason's third shot. Looking at his par here. Sit, sit. Not bad. All right. Here's the results of my second shot. I'll try to see if we can put this in for a birdie here. And I roll farther down the hill. It's also my second up shot. Getting it. Good putt. Good birdie. Pressure, Franklin. Pressure. Franklin's look at birdie. Hits the pole and drops right down. All right. Me looking back up the hill now for a par. That's disappointing.
Two strokes.
Welcome to hole 15. We got 350 feet to the basket, down the hill, par 3. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to 5. Too high. Way left. Drive.
Alright, Franklin is going with the Big Z Mantis. Popping it over just a little bit. It's going to ride down the hill. See where that wound up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead with the Savant, Halo Savant here. Trying to put it on hyzer. Have it hyzering towards the basket. Alright, Jason is throwing the D6 here by Prodigy. Let's put it right at the top of the hill. He'll be looking at shot down the hill. Here are the results of Jason's throw. He's going to go ahead and go with an A3. 2 Spike hyzer. Alright, so here are the results of Franklin's drive. He's throwing to get freaky zone. Down by the basket. Sit. Good throw.
There's also my drive. Throw it NB. Make it under the basket.
Alright guys, here are the results of Jason's second throw. Putting with a PA3. Just to the outside. Alright, here are the results of my drive. Looking at about a 25 footer here. Hopefully we can try to put this in for a birdie.
Welcome back to hole 16. We got 295 to the basket, par 3. I'm going to be throwing a volt. Get up.
Hit the top. Alright, Franklin's going with a Big Z Mantis here. That time it didn't flip, just holding the hyzer out in the open. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Star Greg Barsby Eagle. Try to see if we can put this one up by the basket. Right, Jason's going with the Prodigy D5. Getting over the bounds. Should have a pretty good look at the basket. Alright guys, here are the results of Jason's drive. So in a PX3. Did not put it flat. Alright guys, here are the results of Franklin's drive. Looking at a Luna. Looking at putting with the Luna here. Ooh, giving it a run off the top.
This is off to my drive. Left myself with a pretty long putt. I'm going to try to give it a bid here.
Good up. Alright guys, here are the results of my drive. Came up a little short still. Try to see if we can put this one in. Talk about being all over the basket. And Jason's look at par, just missed. Franklin's look at par. Oh, no way, Jose. Alright, here's my tap in for par. Nope. Can't putt on this basket.
Welcome
I freaking quit.
Hole 17. We got 430 feet to the basket, par 4. Straight ahead, around a little cove. I'm going to go with a defy.
Franklin's throwing ESP Hades. Pretty good throw. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Star Destroyer.
Destroyed it.
All right, Jason's going with the F7. Stayed on Heiser the whole way, just over the path. All right, Jason's throwing an F5.
No, you don't need to
Up by the basket.
You need to calm down. There's also my drive. Got a good upshot to make. Just want to get inside that cove. I'm going to go ahead and toss an empty up.
Short. All right, here are the results of Franklin's drive. Going with the Get Freaky zone. Good up. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Left here with probably about a 60, 70 footer. I'm going to go ahead and try to give the KC Pro AVR a little bit of a run at the basket here on a nice smooth shot.
Results of my upshot. Got a putt here. Let's make it. A little too high.
Here's the results of Franklin's second.
No, I do it.
Just off the top.
You do it, come on.
Here's the results of Jason's second drive. Just outside, just missing it. All right, guys, welcome to hole 18. Hole 18 is a 345-foot par 3 straight down the hill, pretty much in front of us. I'm going to go with the Halo Savant. Just try to put it out wide, have it hyzer back towards the basket. Keep going.
Throw in a rhythm. I flipped that too much. Bye.
Bye, Felicia. All right, guys, Franklin's going with the Big Z Mantis. Throwing it flat and at the basket. That thing is going. And
Park
is
City.
parked.
Shot with the Valkyrie.
All right, Franklin. Jason is throwing the D5. Good spot. Here are the results of Jason's throw. Going with the distortion up towards the basket. Good little roll sit. Good throw.
Here's the results of my drive. Way away from the basket. I need to make an upshot under the basket. Here goes.
Whoa! Whoa!
Left that a little wide.
Get up. All right, guys, here are the results of my throw. Left here with about a 30-footer. See if we can try to put this in for a birdie. Oh!
Duly noted. That putter rolls.
That's, I think, was one of my things that I hate about it. Hi, I'm Jesse. I shot a down 4 for today with MVP. The disc that helped me do that was the Defy, the Vanish, the Rhythm, and the honorable mention, that is one of my favorite, is the MD.
Hello, everyone. I shot a down 2 today, and the favorite disc of the day, number 1 mention, is the Zone. I don't gotta explain it too much. Everybody knows what it does, and I really enjoyed having it today. And then next is going to be the Mantis, and then after that, the Zeus, because this, of course, requires distance, and I was like, this one was the most controllable for me.
Hello, everyone. And so I shot a plus 12 today, and so I didn't really have a very good round. And so Prodigy is one of the companies I had the least experience with, and so I didn't really say I enjoyed throwing them today. But I'm just going to actually go through more of what I probably threw the most. And so we had the D5. I did throw it on a lot of distance drives, and so it was pretty consistent for me, and so but nothing like super special. I threw the F7 a lot. Did have a few shots where it turned a little bit too much on me, but it still flew fairly consistent. I also threw the F5 a lot. Definitely a little bit more stable for me than the F7. And then I was, of course, putting. And so with the PA3, it's not a bad filling putter. Just didn't have any confidence with it, so I missed a lot of longer putts.
All right, guys. Jerry here. Today I shot a down 2, tying with Franklin. I'm only going to highlight 2 discs because all the rest of them were just kind of blah. The Destroyer, of course, because we need a lot of distance out here. This was a Destroyer that was in my bag for a long time, so I was really familiar with it. Definitely really enjoyed it. And then a new disc that I haven't really thrown much before was the Toro, highlighting the overstable approach disc. One of those things, definitely good. Overall standings for right now, Jesse just took 4 more points. He had 6 points, so now he is at 10 points. I took 2.5 points because I tied with Franklin. So I am now at, that's at half a point, so that'll take me to 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9 points. And Franklin, you remember what you were at? I believe Franklin was at 5.5 points. That makes sense because he had 2.5 and then 3. So he was at 5.5 points. He gets another 2.5 points, so he's going to go up to 6, 7, 8 points. And Jason, of course, heading up the rear. Not much of a surprise there with 3 points now on the thing. Overall, I think MVP just took a commanding lead because they got 4 more points on top of their, I believe it was 6.5 points that they had. Discraft, who was shooting Discraft today? It was Franklin. So Franklin, Discraft, I believe, was second. I will have official scores and stuff down at the bottom, but I believe Discraft is in second place. Innova took 2.5 more points, taking them up, I think, to 5. And then Prodigy, I'm thinking, is right towards the bottom, if not right there with Innova currently. But again, those will be across the bottom. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Make it good for somebody else, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.